So, to the callers, Eli and everybody, I'll get back to you in a minute here. I have Joe Collins with me, and I got to talk to Joe. And Joe was on my show, The Fallen State.tv. He is a candidate for U.S. Representative of California, 43rd District. He's running against the Wicked Witch of the West with the low IQ, Maxine Waters. Thank God. And what I find so interesting about what Joe is doing, from what I can remember, and I'm black, my memory is slow. I don't remember anyone that Maxine Waters seemed to be afraid of as she is of Joe. And I've noticed over the airways, Maxine Waters has commercials out against Joe, calling him a Trump supporter, which is nothing wrong with that. She said, he's raised more money than me. I'm the one that I fought for medical care for everybody. The Republicans want to take away your Social Security and all that. And so I have not seen Maxine Waters to be afraid like she is now. So I'm thinking Joe must be doing something right, because it's about time that Maxine Waters go sit down. Somebody need to vote her out. And Joe Collins is having a major effect on Maxine Waters. And I believe Joe is going to win. Joe, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. And I'm just pleased to see that you have Maxine Waters on the run.
Yeah, we've been working hard to make that happen. I remember the first commercial she made, she said my name 6 times in a 60-second commercial. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I was really excited because that was unheard of.
I know. I'm sometimes when I'm driving to work or have it have my radio on, I can hear, I'm like, what's up with Maxine? What are you doing differently than what other people have done that ran against Maxine Waters?
I'm actually running a real campaign against Maxine Waters. A lot of people do it because they want to be rich or they want to be famous, a social media influencer. But the South LA, the 43rd District is where I'm from. It's where I was born and raised. And so, improving our district is absolutely important to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen.
I've heard, because I have family members living in the area, that a lot of people around there are really liking you. They are supporting you. And have they realized that Maxine Waters has not done anything for them? She has no intention to really do anything to help them. And that's why they want to see a change for the good.
Yeah, I think whenever we had dropped Mansion Maxine, people were already on board with us. But after we dropped that video, when we showed where she lived at in comparison to how we live in the district, people, they were really upset. And they were like, well, she's fighting for us. And how come we're still poor? We're still facing the same issues we've been facing for the last, 44 years. And so, yeah, I think it was really good. A lot of people support us.
I loved it when you showed that, because Maxine Waters lived in like a $4 million home or something, right? And
it's nice.
And I remember hearing Maxine Waters speak at Crenshaw Christian Center at some type of open forum there. We went there to protest against her. And she was telling the people that the Republican Party want to destroy your projects. They want to tear down the projects. But I'm not going to let them tear the projects down. She named Jordan Down and all these different projects. And she said, not only am I not going to let the Republicans destroy the projects, I'm going to build some more for you. And I'm like, what the? How do you tell me? How do you comfortably tell people I'm going to keep you in the project while she's living high on the hall? That's insane.
Yeah, exactly. I absolutely remember that too. After you told me that, I actually went to go find that clip too, and it was terrible. She has the biggest house, and that house is really nice. When you stand next to it, you feel really small. Yeah. And then you look at our district, the projects. We don't need any more projects. We need actual houses. We need to teach people like home buying skills, economical advancement skills. We need to start teaching people financial literacy, things that are going to actually improve our lives.
So it's about 10 days before the election now? 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, we got about a week and a half before the election.
Wow, it's close. How are you feeling about everything?
I feel good. I feel really confident. I know that we're doing a good job because we got Maxine mudslinging instead of running on her own record. So, she got to try to damage me in order to build herself back up. But it's not working for her right now. People are like, well, she's almost 18. She's 82 years old. Why is she talking about what she's been doing for us? And the fact of the matter is because she can't.
And why should people, those who, I doubt if anyone have not heard of you at this point, but for those who don't know, why should they vote for you?
Well, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. They've been voting for Maxine Waters for over 44 years, and the condition of our district had gotten progressively worse. And so if we want better, then we need to do better. That means voting for someone new, and that new is me.
Maxine Waters has done like really personal attacks upon you. She put out an ad saying that you were dishonorably discharged from the military.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
I was never dishonorably discharged. That was something that she got from Omar Navarro, the guy who, caught 13 felony charges for his girlfriend. But we turned around and filed a lawsuit against Maxine for defamation.
Nice.
Of character for those things she's been saying. So we'll go to court. Unfortunately, it'll be after the election, but we're still taking it to the bank.
Nice.
That's not fair.
On your Twitter, you show a video of people that are working for Maxine Waters, and they were interrupting your campaign event.
Yeah, Maxine Waters always sends people, armed thugs to our events, and we just put them in a place, and sometimes we make them go home, or we hire them and make them work for us.
I have to really give you like thumbs up, man, because I have not seen anyone that would make Maxine Waters so afraid. So she must know something that we don't know for her to be doing that. I really, really believe and hope that you beat out Maxine Waters. It's time for a change. And I think America know that now. That it's really time for a change. It's time out for the okey-doke. I've noticed that a lot of black people are supporting Donald Trump. Even black people in my blood family members, that who were born Democrats, they're gonna die Democrats. But they are supporting Donald Trump. The other day, 50 Cent came out and said he supported the president. And what do you think about the major change with the blacks supporting Republicans?
I'll tell you this. I think it's a good thing. We've been voting for a Democrat for a very long time, and we've gotten nothing. And I ask people all the time, name something that the Democratic Party has done to improve our lives. And the only thing that they can think of is, well, the Civil Rights Bill. And I'm like, well, that's passed by bona fide racists, but the Civil Rights Bill gave more rights to unions and white people than it did black people.
Yeah.
So if you actually read that bill, you wouldn't agree that the Civil Rights Bill was created for black people. But, outside of that, nobody can ever give me an answer to that question.
That's amazing. What's your website, and what would you like to say to the people?
Yeah, my website is joecollinsforcongress.com, Facebook and Instagram, Collins for Congress 43. My Twitter is Joe Collins 43rd, and continue to support us. I mean, we're winning this race right now, but we have to make it through November 3rd. Yeah. We appreciate everyone who has came on board Team Collins, and we look forward to representing you in Congress.
So I need you to, I want you to say your website again, but maybe a little slower and not so white.
My website is joecollinsforcongress.com.
Well, I wish you well, man. You definitely have my support, and it's time for Maxine Waters to go sit down. We need people who love the country, who work for the people and not against them. And Maxine Waters has not worked for the people. And in her ad, she said, "Oh, the young people call me Auntie Maxine." I'm like, what the?
I can vaguely remember us calling her Poverty Pimp, not Auntie Maxine.
I know. I was thinking a minute name to call Maxine. Auntie Maxine is not one of them. So, Joe, I want to just bring you back on. I know I had you on the Fallen State, but I'm really, really encouraged by what you're doing, and it's time for a change in our country, but especially in the black community. We need conservative men and women to step up and change all this mess that's been going on for so long.
Yeah,
Joe, let me ask you, are you for term limits?
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. We need term limits.
Yeah, we definitely do, because that's one of the reasons people like Maxine Waters lasted so long, is that we didn't have term limits to get her out of there. Well, Joe, I wish you well, man, and we'll talk after you win. We'll have a major celebration.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Justin.
What's your website again?
JoeCollinsForCongress.com.
Right on. We'll talk, Joe.
All right.
All right. Joe Collins, folks. Maxine Waters is on the run. On the run. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.